Good morning, world. Happy Friday, April 28th. Another day, another $1 or $5. Some morning mental prep going on. As always, getting my mood support going this morning. Oh, I put it a little bit lower. Oh, well. Ooh, that's weird feeling. It's usually up a little higher. Oh, well. All right. Again, happy Friday. I hope everyone's week is going well. Pardon me while I adjust my headband a little bit. Sometimes I think it looks weird. Other times I like the way it looks. Mostly I like that it just pulls my hair back out of my face. So, getting my DFT. I already got my DFT. My lifestyle mix on. Candy cane. Let me slow my roll. I'm a little off this morning because, well, Mercury in retrograde, right? But I came home last night all ready for dinner, and then all of a sudden, sickness washed over me. Like I felt nauseous. So I went and laid down probably about 6:30. Like I get home at 6 if I work, anywhere from 5:45 to 6:15 I get home. Last night I got home about 6, I think, and it's all ready for dinner and excited for dinner, and like I said, the sickness washed over me. I felt nauseous, so I laid down, and every time I moved, I just felt ill. So I'm like, all right. So I actually have been in bed since like 6:30, 7 o'clock last night, and then my alarm went off this morning, and Aunt Flo is in town, so Mercury retrograde, Aunt Flo, storms, man, my shit has been all off, but all right. Let me get a drink of my lifestyle mix, get my gut health right so my second brain is working properly for us to go over our morning mental prep. I'd love to know where you're watching from. If you're watching, let me know in the comments, or if you catch the replay, still would like to know where you're watching from. I've discovered I think I need to make some adjustments to this area back here. My vision board is over there, and my ring light is here. But because where the ring light is, when it's on, there's a section of my vision board that I can't see, and it's kind of an important part this year, so I need to move my ring light back that way a little bit, but I need to move the file cabinet. So I need to make some adjustments, as I've been noticing that, as I've been trying to look at my vision board, because I always turn away because I figure you guys don't want to look at me taking a drink of my lifestyle mix, but then I'm like, no, the whole point of this was so that I could see my vision board right there. And anyway, this is not very bright this morning. There we go. I like it. This is so true. I haven't even read this yet. So today, we're going to learn how to live your own version of success. Lots of folks will have well-intentioned opinions of what success looks like. But the only true version of success is the one you choose for yourself. If your definition of success is money and material wealth, go for it. If it's living the lifestyle of a nomad or settling down in a small town and working a 9-to-5 job, go for that. Don't go for that. Go for something. 9-to-5 is not success. It is a tool. It is a tool. If it's following the path less traveled, do that. If it's following the path often tracked, then follow that path. The choice is yours. There is no wrong version of success. There is only what success is to you. I'm going to read that again. There is no wrong version of success. There is only what success is to you. I'm sorry, guys. And don't forget that you can always change your vision of success, whether you're 20, 40, or 70 years old. The important thing is to always live your own version of a successful life. So in the last 2 to 3 years that I've really been like, okay, that I've been visiting like what my dreams are, and that I actually have dreams and things like that. Especially in the last year, maybe the last year and a half, working more diligently on growing my network and my Thrive business, and being in boot camp groups with my Lavelle Millionaire Leaders. If you don't know, Lavelle is the company that makes Thrive. And I see them in their homes, and all of that. And I had to think about, as I'm saying, I am a millionaire, one of my affirmations, I have to think about, I was looking at their homes and their big homes and things and I'm like, they're Cadillacs and, don't get me wrong, that's a conversation for another time, but I want a nice vehicle. I have a Jeep. I have a nice vehicle, but I mean a sportsy kind of nice vehicle. Anyway, so I'm looking at their big homes and stuff like that, and I'm just like, I've never wanted a big home. I never really thought about it, but when I did start thinking about it, good morning, Mike. Thanks for hanging out with me. Where are you watching from? When I started thinking about it, actually, I don't want a big home for a lot of reasons, but one of the things was because I don't want to fucking clean that shit. I don't want to fill it with stuff. I've been on a journey of reducing, even though I kind of have a lot. Like, this whole room is not stuff that I think I could live without. It's my writing space. It's my creative space. It's my other world space, right? So, I had to come to terms with my millionaire lifestyle doesn't have to look like theirs. I had to learn that. Because I want an earthship. I want to be self-sustained. I don't want to have money to just be alive. I have to go to work to get money to buy food. I have to go to work to get money to buy hygiene products. I have to go, I hate that. I don't hate a lot of things. I don't like to use that term, but I definitely despise being that dependent. So this is one of the reasons an earthship came up to me, many years ago. But I had to learn that what success looks like to me is not the big giant home. I want land space. I want a homestead. I want horses. I want cows. I want chickens. But then in the last 6 to 8 months or so, some of those same millionaire leaders have started doing just that. Either downsizing or going to the homesteading kind of lifestyle. And that was amazing to me, shining another yet light on something I thought was kind of off for whatever reason. So you definitely have to think about what success is to you before you can even start the path to getting there. If you don't know what it is, how do you know what steps to take to get there? Right? So you got to think about that. I love that. Live your own version of success. Wisconsin. It's cold up there. You guys still got any snow going on? I'm from Ohio. And weather is in the top 3 reasons why I left. I'm not a cold weather person at all. I don't even like the cold weather that we get here in Florida. So, all right, on to the law of attraction. I forgot to set a timer today. Dang it. So, okay. Since we're talking about living your own version of success, we're going to learn from the law of attraction to visualize your ideal job. Excuse me for the sniffles. I'm sure that sounds wonderful in your ear. Begin thinking about your dream job and how passionate you feel doing it. If that job doesn't exist, don't give up. I can't wait to get my new glasses. Hopefully they'll call me today. Create that ideal job by impressing your thoughts and your dreams upon what Wallace D. Wattles calls the formless substance. I'm glad you don't have any snow, unless you want some, of course. I do have a cousin that lives in Iowa, I believe, Idaho, over there, and they are snow lovers. So simply see it in your mind. In the energy field of the all-pervasive spirit, all things are related through interconnectedness. When you change, the universe changes too. Some of the most creative people in the world have imagined totally new jobs and careers that didn't exist. This is also something that I'm working on because I'm sorry about the sniffles, guys. This is also something that I'm working on. I need you dogs to not start right now, please. Because, look, now I got to get my train of thought back on. Oh, create your own job. If it doesn't exist, create it. So in the last 3 years specifically is where I've been thinking about what it is I want in 2 years, I guess, what it is I want to do with my life, right? I have a day job. But I'm not a clock-in person. Like, I never have been, but I didn't know that. I mean, there's always been that unhappiness when having to go be tied to what I like to say, ball and chain, you know? And while Thrive is definitely something that I'm doing, and it is, I don't want to call it a job. Initially, it's kind of what it was looking like, but the thing is, it changes lives. Vitamins. Who knew? Well, they knew. They just didn't tell us. Anyway, it's a conversation for another live. I'm like, is this really... When I was working on my affirmations is what it came down to. I'm a millionaire. I'm an author. I'm a Lavelle brand 40K promoter. I am worthy. I'm confident. I am bold. I am strong. I am changing lives. I just put those together in the last year or two. I had some before that, but they weren't quite right. Like, I am a Lavelle millionaire. Lavelle is the company that makes Thrive, as I said. And I was like, it wasn't fitting right. So I was just going over all of that, and I was like, ultimately, why do I like Lavelle? Why do I like Thrive? Why do I want to make that my business, other than it's my own business? I make my own schedule. I can work from anywhere. Those are all great things, but what is the purpose? Well, because it changes lives. And that started me thinking on the bigger picture. I didn't feel like Thrive was not the answer, because it is the answer. It is the tool, the vehicle I need right now to get to, well, ultimately changing lives. I want to change lives. So all of that processing and thought and what have you brought me to creating my job, if you will, of, well, what do I want to do? I want to change lives. Thrive does that, and so I am using Thrive to do that. But I also have a life story that is, I like to say not like most, but it's more and more common. You know, the first 12 years and the abuse and destitute conditions that I lived in and all of that is really dark, is beyond the depths of hell. And because I know people have similar stories and are in similar mental states, I want to shine a light in their life with, look at me. I'm proof that I can come through the depths of hell and be a happy, peaceful, kind, caring, life-changing individual. It doesn't have to weigh me down. It doesn't have to be who I am. It, helped me to get where I am. But so ultimately, I said all that to say, I've created this I'm changing lives as a job. But what I've learned is I'm not the only one. Motivational speakers, this is kind of where I'm leaning. I'm not exactly sure where it's going, motivational speaking. I know I want to speak to people. However, because the only way to change lives is to reach people, for them to hear my story. So, yeah, that's that. Create your own job. If it doesn't exist, create it. I didn't exactly create the motivational speaking space and that kind of thing. I'm not sure, again, that that's exactly where it's going, but I know that I am fucking called with every fiber of my being to touch people's lives. And so I'm figuring out my pathway to doing that. And that's kind of where this live started about a year ago. I've been doing this morning mental prep every day for 5 years, and I just started about a year ago doing a live as part of it, or doing it as a live to show people, a little bit of the stuff that I do that's helped me keep my mental state under control and controlled and creative and manifesting and deprogrammed or reprogrammed and, you know, all of that. So that's that. Noise in the background has distracted me and stopped my brain. It's probably a good thing at this point. So, because we need to go do my I ams and my gratitudes. Oh, that's very nice. My husband has been that way too. Self-employed most of his whole life since he was a kid, but not me. I've always been, in fact, any kind of sales jobs I ran from. Like, nope, don't want no part of it. I can't do that. But that was I've learned. Those were my own limitations that I were putting on myself, thinking I couldn't do it. And the pressure that came with my income is based on persuading people that this product is, you know, I've learned a lot about that in the last couple of years. And definitely, let me tell you, it's the only way to be. And that's where I'm so grateful that I have Thrive, because Thrive is undeniable. Once you start taking Thrive and you're thriving and you experience the way that you can feel, I'm 45 years old and I have never felt this good in my life. A lot of Thrivers will say, I feel better than I did in my 20s or things like that. No, this person has never felt this good ever. Ever. You know, so I used to say I hate people. I did. I used to think that until about 2018, 17, 18. And I don't hate people. I don't like what people do. But I've also learned that your energy, your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go. Like I said, I forgot to set my timer, so I'm sure this is much longer than 10 minutes. I can't keep it under 10 minutes to save my life. Yeah, that's what I got for you. I'm going to go do my I ams and my gratitudes and my writing dump, again, as all part of my morning mental prep that I've been doing for the last 5 years. I encourage you to do the same thing. Find some kind of morning routine that gets you up and going in the morning before you actually have to get up and going. You're going to find that your day goes so much better. One thing that I do is gratitudes. And I would encourage you to start there. It's easy to think about what you're grateful for while you're brushing your teeth or you're getting dressed in the morning. You have a wonderful day as well. Thank you for hanging out. I hope to see you again. Let me know what you're grateful for. That's what we're going to go over. Gratitudes. Take 5 minutes, find 5 things that you're grateful for that happened in the last 24 hours. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? If you sit in your gratitude, at the very least, you're going to feel better for a moment. And then you can hang on to that feel-good feeling and just feel good. I am grateful. I am grateful that I am so open to learning about everything, really. I have such an insatiable desire to just learn and grow, just nonstop. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful that, oh, yep, opening, it's another day, another opportunity, right? See, this one looks kind of, anyway. Go sit in your gratitudes. I will see you all Monday for sure. Same bat time, same bat channel. Maybe I'll pop on Saturday and Sunday. We'll see how it goes. Probably will pop on because it's supposed to be a stormy weekend, so I'll be home anyway, kind of, you know, not really getting out. We'll see how it goes. But as we all know, this is my Monday through Friday thing for you guys. I do my morning mental prep every day. Sometimes I just pop on the weekend as I'm sitting here. Let's do it. Other times I'll just post it as a text post, depending on what it is and how it calls to me. But there you have it. I'll catch you all Monday, same bat time, same bat channel. Have a wonderful weekend if I don't see you before then. And as always, peace and love.